everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Soup Bowl. I am your host, Renee Murdoch, and I am so happy that you are with us today. We do know that when we get in the Soup Bowl, that things get messy when we are leading our own lives. And so I'm so glad to be doing life with you. I'm so glad that you're here, you're listening, you're liking, you're sharing, and that we are going through the process together, right? So welcome back again to this episode. We've been talking about fear for the last two episodes, and guess what? We are not done with it yet. We're not done, right? So we're going to be talking about fear, facing it, moving forward, operating in faith, and what that looks like. Because sometimes, we just say one thing and then it is done, and we think that progress is supposed to be there. And people really just need some time to process, to step through what this really looks like and how do I really move right in facing my fears and moving forward. So I just really want to kind of go over that today and talk about it just a little bit more, not just be like, okay, here's 5 points and move on about it, right? So for the last episode, right, we talked about 4 key things of really how to face your fear. So the first episode, we were talking about what is fear, why is fear there, how should we be looking at fear, and fear is not always a bad thing. It's a signal, it's a sign, right? Not for us to stop, but say, hey, I see you, and I'm going to keep going because I know destiny is there. Rather than holding me back, it's telling me, hey, it's time to move forward. That's what fear is saying. It's time to move forward. It's a warning sign. It is not supposed to be there to stop us. We must change our perspective when we think about that, right? And so today we're going to be talking about how do we stop this? How can we overcome this with God's help? In part 2, I gave you 4 points. 4, maybe 5. 4. Maybe it's Brother Man 4. But anyway. At any rate, right? So number 1 was trusting that we are taken care of by God. Number 2, that we're meditating on what is good and what's lovely. Not what we see, right, that's right in front of us, but what's good and what's lovely. What's great today? Take a pause. What's great today? And letting love lead our lives. We must be led by love instead of by fear. And that we may face those fears. Number 4, we must face those fears, right, head on. You're not getting out of it. You're not getting out of it. We just want like this microwave thing to take place in our lives. And that's just not the reality of things. It's not the reality of things. So we're going to be talking about what it looks like to have faith, not just to face our fears, but having faith in this to move forward. Because listening, sometimes faith isn't just about believing. It's really about doing. Okay, I believe a thing, but what am I doing with it, right? I believe something, but what am I doing with it? So faith is more than just the belief. It's actually a movement. When most people talk about faith, they think of a belief system. I believe in God. I believe in this. I believe, in Kushawa. I believe in Elama. I don't know these names. I believe. I believe, right, in these things. I believe in chairs. I believe in graduations, whatever it is, like they're saying, I believe, right? These things will work. And that's good, and that's a good foundation. It's great that I believe in this chair, that it's going to function the way that it's supposed to function because it's called a chair. And I know that a chair is supposed to hold me up. So that's where my faith is. But when it really comes down to it, real faith is in the moving of things. So until I actually sit in this chair, is it really faith? Is it really faith? I'm just asking. Because real faith, the kind that changes your life, is active. It's movement. It's walking even when you can't see the next step. It's walking even when you can't see the next steps. See, I know that the word says faith without works is dead. That's in James. Let's just go there. Let's go there. Okay. Let's see. James. Come on, Bible app. Where's your Bible app at, people? Okay. So we got James 2. I'm going to read this. Sorry, okay, 14. I'm reading from the New Living Translation because that's just the translation that I was reading today in my devotion. So we're just going to stay there. Okay, it says, what is good is it, dear brothers and sisters, if you say you have faith, but don't show it by your actions. Can that kind of faith save anyone? You ain't got no actions. Is it saving anything? Is it doing anything? Is it producing anything? Okay, we're going to talk about that. Suppose you see a brother or sister who has no food or clothing, and you said, goodbye and have a good day, stay warm and eat well. But then you don't give that person any food or clothing. What good does that do? So you see, faith by itself isn't enough. Unless it produces good deeds, it's dead and useless. Oh, come on now. If it doesn't produce anything, then it's useless. Now, someone may argue some people have faith, others have good deeds. But I say, how can you show me your faith if you don't have any good deeds? What are you doing? I will show you my faith by my good deeds. I will show you my faith by my actions. So you say you have faith, for you believe that there is one God? Good for you. Even the demons believe this, and they tremble in terror. So even other people believe that. You ain't doing nothing. Other people believe, right? Other people believe that they're going to be millionaires. Other people believe that they're going to have children. Other people believe that they're going to get a promotion. Other people believe, right, that they're going to graduate college or any type of school or technical training. Other people believe. How foolish. Can't you see that faith without good deeds is useless? If I never go to class, how am I going to pass the curriculum that I'm supposed to get the grade that I'm supposed to get to so I can pass the class and I can graduate? There's the works. If I don't go, I just believe that it's going to happen. So don't you remember that our ancestors, Abraham, was shown to be right with God by his actions when he offered his son Isaac on the altar? You see, his faith and his actions worked together. His action made his faith complete. Oh, come on, it's a working. It's a working here. That's what life is about. It's a working. Nothing is by singular by itself. Okay, so I need faith and I need action for it to be complete. Oh, that's so good. And so it happened just as the scriptures say. Abraham believed God, and God counted him as righteous because of his faith. He was even called the friend of God. So you see, we are shown to be right with God by what we do, not by faith alone. Oh, come on now. I must confess with my mouth. I must confess with my mouth. Okay? That is doing something. Okay, we're going to stop right there. You can, it's just a couple more scriptures down there, but that's James 2. So, right, so faith without works, faith without action is incomplete. It's walking. What is faith? It's walking even when you can't see the next step. Abraham could not see the next step. He just knew that God said, go worship. Go make a sacrifice. The very thing that I gave to you, the very thing that you prayed for, the very thing that you asked for. Okay, we're going to get into that. We're going to get into that. So that means if you're praying for change, you're hoping for change, you're believing for change, you've also got to move like you believe that that change is coming. Faith says, I don't need to see it. I'm going to act on it. I know that I'm going to graduate. I'm going to act on it. I know that I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm going to act on it. Meaning I must start to read. I must invest. I must begin to move. I can't stay in the same space, the same circles. I can't be spending my money here and there on things that bring no value. It's about trusting the one who does. It's not about having all the answers. So I want you to ask yourself right now, what step can I take that shows that I believe what God has for me? What step do I need to take right now? What step do I need to take? Is it making a phone call? Is it starting a business? Is it forgiving someone? and releasing that weight that you've been carrying, what's the one thing that you can do? Faith says, I'm not waiting for everything to line up. Because if we're sitting here waiting for things to line up, it's never going to happen. You're never going to move. I am a witness. It's not going to happen until you start moving. Your faith is incomplete if you are unwilling to do the work. Faith is I'm moving because I trust God will meet me in the doing. He will meet me in the motions. He will meet me as I begin to go out. Stop waiting for fear to leave. It's not going nowhere. It's not going anywhere. Here's something that we've all done. We waited for fear to go away, right? So we can make a move. Oh my gosh, there's a spider right there. I'm going to wait for the spider to leave. It's a bug. I'm going to wait. And the bug is just sitting there like, I'm not going nowhere. I'm staying right here. I'm not moving. Unless you move me out the way, I'm not going anywhere. We tell ourselves, once I'm not afraid anymore, then I'll do it. Okay, I'm going to go there when I'm done being scared. You're not going to go. You're never going to go. So that move is never going to come. When I get all the information, then I'll go ahead and start that business. When I get all the equipment and the lights and the cameras and things like that, then I'll start the podcast. When I get enough followers, then I'll start the ministry. It's never going to happen if you don't start moving. Fear does not always leave before the faith begins. Because most times, all the time, faith shows up in the middle of the fear. In the middle of the fear, that's when faith shows up. Do you think that Abraham really wanted to go and sacrifice his son? And most people are like, oh, it's your only son. No, I mean, he had a son before that, right? But this was a son that was promised, that came from him and Sarah, not from the concubine. Not a plan that we try to make up and shape up our own selves. And then when it don't turn out the way that we want it to, we want to say, oh, it was this, it was that. No, it was you. It was you. Come on, face you. Face you today. Faith shows up in the middle of fear. I believe as he was walking, right, faith began to start operating. And I'm going to face this fear that's been placed before me. Courage isn't the absence of fear. Courage is doing it anyway. I'm going to go make this sacrifice because God is requiring it of me. I'm going to make this phone call because that's what's necessary to get to where I need to go. I'm going to forgive them because it's not about them, but it's about me being released and be able to be free from the circumstance, from the situations, from the doing wrong, whatever that it may be. I'm going to forgive them. I'm going to go ahead and use the 2 pennies that I have and sow into what I believe that is a value that's going to get me to where I need to be. I'm going to put my own money into this. I'm not going to expect other people to pour into me over and over and over again, and I'm not willing to pour into my own self. I mean, think about it. Peter, stepping out of the boat, right? He sees Jesus standing in the sea. And Jesus like, yeah, come on out the boat. Come on. In our natural mindsets, we know that gravity is not supposed to, right, hold us up in water. How is it that this man is walking on it, is standing on it? Here's this storm, and you want me to come out of what I believe to be a safe place. Here it is that you want me to start a business and I lost my job. Here it is that you want me to forgive these people who have abused me and used me over and over and over again. Here it is that you want me to get on this plane to go somewhere and I don't even know where I'm going to be at and where I'm going to stay at. Sometimes the storm is not calm before God calls us to move out in it. Before God calls us to walk on it. Before God thrusts us into destiny. Because why? Because that's where the faith lies. The trust lies. And the growth happens. So if you've been sitting there praying, hoping, believing that faith is going to just magically disappear, well, I have news for you today. And it's good news. It is good news. It's not going nowhere until you face it. It's not going nowhere until you start moving. There's the good news. Because when you woke up today, you have the opportunity to face your fears. And to move out in faith, along with it, that you may see the results. Come on, say that. I am going to move out in faith. I'm not afraid of what someone might say on the other end when I make that call. Whatever their answer may be, I'm not afraid of it. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid of going out and not looking for said job within another company. Because I feel like this is the time that I'm supposed to be starting my own. And if you are a little bit afraid, if you are, it's okay. Do it anyway. Do it anyway. And know that you are not moving alone. You are not moving alone. You are not the only one who has moved in being afraid of what is going to come next. Because you don't know what's around the corner. Because even right now, you think like on your block, right, that you like, oh, I know what's around the corner because this is here, this is there. And so, in reality is, though, that was yesterday, but today is today, so something else might be there and that's out of place. That building might be there, but it might be a different car. It might be, whatever. Somebody might have sworn down a tree. But you think that you might know, but you don't. You don't know. And so that's the thing, is that we tend to want to operate off of knowing everything. I understand. I am a planner. I want to plan things out minute by minute. This is what we're going to do. This is how it's going to happen. Things are in place. Papers are in place. People are in place. I've talked to people, this and that. But I am learning in this season that faith is really going in the direction in facing fears. It does not matter who believes in you, who believes in what you're sensing, what you're feeling, what you're hearing, what you're seeing. It doesn't matter. Do you know that you're supposed to be moving? Do you know that you need to make adjustments? Do you know? It's yours to own. Nobody else can own it but you. There must be work that is being done. We have to stop being lazy people. We have to stop being passive. We have to stop waiting for something to show up and for someone to give us something. It's almost like we're out there begging daily by our lack of discipline and our lack of perseverance to overcome. You might as well be out there on the street corner with your cup looking for people to drop something in there. Because faith is not sitting and waiting for something miraculously just to drop into your lap. You got to be moving. You got to be going somewhere. Faith meets opportunity. Opportunity comes when I have positioned myself. How can you position yourself by sitting on your couch? How can you position yourself by binge watching Hulu, Netflix, whatever your show may be? How can you position yourself from working constantly these dead-end jobs where you know that you can do more, where you know that you are not valued? How? Faith requires effort. It requires discipline. It requires, I'm about to say a bad word, change. Those are the three things we don't like to do. We don't want to put effort into anything. We don't want to be disciplined. We don't want to change. We don't want to live disciplined lives. Yes. If I'm going to lose weight and be healthy, I can't eat up all creation and be at every single table and eating every single thing all the time. So what? They had a potluck at work. So what? Pass on through. Pass on by. Okay, they having a sale and you get 2 for $5. Leave the donuts there. Leave the Twinkies there. Leave the cupcakes there. Leave the package of cookies there. Look, everybody wants to indulge in something. I am not saying never have sugar. First of all, there's natural sugar. But what I am saying is that if you're going to live a healthy life, then you can't constantly be feeding yourself junk food. That's being disciplined. That's being disciplined. I don't need to eat that. Let me go and get me some fresh fruit, some fresh vegetables, and let me cook at home. Let me cook a meal at home. It ain't got to be cornbread, ham hocks, and this and that, whatever, every single day. No. And on top of that, that must mean that I must change what I'm doing. I must change my habits. I must change even maybe the direction that I go to and from work or wherever I'm going. I might not need to pass Krispy Kreme right now because that's the season I'm in. If I see one, I'm not disciplined enough to not stop when I see that hot sign. I'm just saying that because I don't even think Krispy Kreme donuts are good. They just not even, if they're not hot, they're not good. I don't know. It's just a lot of sugar. I just don't know. I mean, the first time I ate one, I was in, was it Fort Houston? Yes. And I literally thought I went into like a sugar shock. I was like, anyway. And this other person had sat there and ate a whole dozen. And I'm like, what? They were high. But it was just like, they just melted in my mouth. I'm like, what is happening right now? But this is where a lot of us get stuck at. We don't want to put disciplines in place. We don't want to put things into place that we may continue to go forward and do the work. Because doing the work means letting go of something that's making us comfortable. Like I said, Peter wanted to stay in the boat. Why do I want to get out this boat? I mean, reality is, when I think about it, you could die while you're in the boat, and you actually can die if you step out the boat. So, hey, 50-50, what I'm going to go with. What do I have to lose? Because if I stay in the boat, I might die anyway. And if I get out the boat, I might die anyway. So why not just take a chance? Do you really have anything to lose by making the phone call and asking? No. Do you really? You already lost your job. Is it really, do you have anything really to lose? Sometimes faith means we must change our location, stepping out of a place that no longer supports our growth. Oh, we don't want to hear that. Sometimes we're going to have to change our location. And that location, it means a lot of things. That location could be where I'm currently working at. That location could be in relationships that I'm currently in. That location be where I'm actually worshiping at. That location could be the circle that I'm around, organizations that I'm part of. You're gonna have to change locations, because if it's not supporting your growth and it's actually hindering your growth, then you want to change locations. And sometimes, like I said, that means changing up your circle. Who is around me? Who's being honest enough to me to say what needs to be said because they care about me, they love me, they want to see me grow, they want me to prosper? Are those the people that's in your circle? Or are they draining you? Are they pushing you aside and only embracing you when they need something? Are they tearing you down while building themselves up? And then changing our habits. You know what I was talking about? Like, yeah, I can't be eating out every single day. I'm going to have to make some meals at home. I can't be eating cupcakes and Twinkies every day. I'm going to have to stop. These infirmities in our bodies, over half is how we treat our bodies. Over half of what we go through is how we treat our bodies. And most importantly, we're going to have to be open. We're gonna have to be open. You know, I feel like a lot of us walk around like this. We walk around like this, other than walking around like this, allowing things to flow freely and out of. Because how can anything get poured in if it's closed up? How can you be open to new things, new people, new places, new opportunities? Those things that can stretch you, those things that can grow you. Muscle, what's wrong? He's growling. Can we take Muscle out, please? You can't ask God for a new season while clinging to the old one. And I feel like that's where a lot of us is at. In this season of uncertainty, we don't want to let go of the previous year. Oh, it's like this. We should go back to this. Why don't they do this? No, we are in a new season, people. And we must let go of the old one. See, faith says, I'm willing to do what's necessary, even when it's uncomfortable, because I believe that there's something that's more for me. I want to change up some things, but I got to believe that where the Lord has me at currently, is for the better. It's for the good. It's for the future, preparing me for what's next. I have no problem of leaving a place. And I used to think that maybe that wasn't such a great thing, but I also think that it is. Like, there has to be a balance in that. I'm not afraid to leave something, you know, when it's no longer in line with values and my beliefs. If it's not growing, there's no purpose. There's no purpose. There really isn't. So you believed, you prayed, you waited, and now it's time for you to move. It's time to put your faith into action. It's time for you to do the work. It's time to discipline yourself. It's time to make the efforts. Because that's really what faith is. We're at the end of this. Look, we apparently this is where we're going to be sitting at for a minute, because I'm not even done with this, right? So we're going to be talking about this again, right? Faith to face it. Faith to face it. To face what that it is for you. To move forward in that. We need to be moving forward, people. We need to be moving forward, because there's work to be done. And we're going to leave it there for right now. So, hey, we're at the end of this. I thank you so much. Hey, play it back. Share it with some people. Thank you for listening. Again, this was part 3. Apparently, there's a part 4 in this. All right. So, look, tune in next week. And before that, if you have questions, right, you got some concerns, you want to chop up a few things about this topic of fear and facing it, moving forward in it, hey, send me a note at info@4mosaic.com, or you can go to my website, www.4mosaic.com. I would love to hear from you. I would love to connect with you. You can also find me on social media. Do know that leading is teachable. It's teachable. I love you, and until next time,